Hello guys, in this tutorial I'm going to let you understand why you suck at programming and propose to you some of the proven ways you can go about getting better at programming. So stick with me whilst I take you through this process. Hello guys, my name is Olufemi, a software developer. In this tutorial, I'm going to let you understand reasons why you suck at programming and how you can go about overcoming this challenge. And also, by the end of this video, you should be able to master your programming skills and get better in the process of learning your programming. Lack of experience is the most common reasons why you struggle with programming. As a new programmer, as a programmer in training, you don't have enough experience to go about solving problems. So now, how can you go about how can you go around this lack of experience? The first thing is you should practice. Um, there are several coding challenges available, so make sure you take these challenges, try your hands on them, practice as much as possible. So with this, you should be able to gain more experience in problem solving. Another way you can gain more experience in problem solving is algorithmic thinking. When we say algorithmic thinking, that's the process where you are able to look at a problem and break the solution to the problem into steps. For instance, let's say uh, you have been tasked to calculate, let's say you have been tasked to calculate mean, arithmetic mean. The mathematics students should know this. Arithmetic mean. The first step is to get the list of numbers you want to find, their mean. You can proceed now to find the sum of this list of numbers. That's the step 2. Step 3 can be now divide the sum by the count. That's step 3. And step 4 can be to output the answer. So you should be able to train yourself to have some kind of algorithmic thinking. That's understanding the problem and coming out yourself with a step-by-step procedure or step-by-step method of solving the problem at hand. So that's 2. The third thing you can use to gain more experience in programming is to learn data structures. I think in my previous videos I've also mentioned it before. Data structure is the background, is the foundation of programming. So to gain experience in problem solving, try and engage yourself in data structures lessons. Learn data structures, know how it works, practice more as you are learning. With this, you gain more experience in programming. And also, you should make yourself available for collaboration. Get experienced programmer and be ready to make yourself available for them, so that you can consult them when you get issues, maybe program related issues. Consult them and they can take you through some of the problems you are trying to solve. So when you follow all these steps, you gain more experience, which will propel you to be a better programmer. The next reason why you are bad at programming is when you have imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome basically means that you have a psychological issue of being seen as a failure, of being seen as a fraud. You are afraid that some people can just say, "Oh, you don't even know what you are doing." So you then this affects you psychologically. So how do we overcome this? The best way is to train your mind and keep reminding yourself that Failure is never the end. You should continue learning. Learn, do things. Don't be afraid to implement softwares. Don't be afraid to write programs. Don't be afraid to be wrong. So with this, you should be able to overcome the imposter syndrome. And also, another way you can go about this is to get a mentor. Hmm? A mentor is someone who actually is also the person should be in your line of study, which in this case is programming. So get an experienced programmer who can always guide you, who will let you understand that what you are going through is a normal phenomenon. So you shouldn't have the fear of failing or the fear of being seen as a fraud. So when you do away with that fear, you get better at programming. Another reason why you suck at programming is when you get frustrated when you are debugging your errors. Basically, debugging errors means you've written a program, your program is not working, it's getting some errors, and in the process of fixing this error, you get frustrated. If you get frustrated early, you will suck at programming. You'll be very bad at programming. You need to understand that programming itself is a problem. It's a problem. So you should avoid being frustrated when you are fixing errors. You have to be patient, and also you need to understand that errors is part of the learning process. You can't learn programming without errors. So be patient with yourself. Learn how to be patient whilst you are fixing the errors. And also, in fixing errors, you need to break down the problem you are solving, or you need to break down the complex logic you are trying to implement. So when you are fixing your errors, try and uh, handle the error or tackle the error bit by bit. When you employ this mode of fixing the error, you get to fix the error better. And also, don't feel too big to seek help. You are still learning, so you should try as much as possible to consult other programmers that you know. They will help you with your errors. So with this, you get better at your programming. And also learn to take breaks when you're fixing errors, and you what's it called, when you're fixing errors and you get tired. Take breaks. Just take some time off, stand up, go and do other things. In the process, you can come back, and you'll even be amazed that when you come back, that's when you get to fix the error. So take breaks. Don't just sit down there, waste your time without fixing the error. Stand up, go and do other activities. You come back, then you can fix your error. And also, you should learn from the mistakes. For instance, you have an error. The process you followed to fix that error, don't just do away with it. Make sure you understand the process. With this, you have now gained an experience in fixing similar error. So don't just fix error for fixing sake. Fix and understand the processes you pass through in fixing that error. So with this, you get better programming, and you will not be frustrated in when you are fixing your errors and debugging. The first thing to improve your programming skill is to practice regularly, consistently. You should practice. You make sure every time you're practicing, practice coding challenges, practice problem solving challenges, practice development challenges. You need to keep practicing. When you keep practicing, you definitely get better at programming. Yeah, another way to improve your programming skills is to learn from mistakes. You need to always learn from your mistakes. Like I mentioned earlier, when you have made a mistake, and maybe your mistake has resulted to an error, in the process of fixing that error or in the process of correcting that mistake, make sure you still understand the process you followed. So when you understand the process you followed, the next time you are getting similar error, definitely you will just solve the issue without wasting much time like you did previously. So always um, learn from your mistakes and apply them and be ready to apply them subsequently. Also, another way to improve your programming is to start with simple projects. Yeah, just you can go online to get sample projects. You can go, in the process of consulting with other people, you can get simple projects. So always get simple projects and implement. You see, when you take simple projects and implement, you in the process you learn new things, you gain more experience. So when you are learning programming, you need to take simple projects and implement. With this, you further increase or improve your programming skill. All right, to cap it all, let me share some stories with you. I used to have one of my mentee who actually is now a programmer now. Um, for the first 2 years of learning programming, in fact, he was getting frustrated. He ended up saying programming is not for him. In fact, he's getting plenty errors. He doesn't even know what to he doesn't know what to do. He learns and forgets. So he came to me, and the first thing I told him is that how often do you practice? Because most I realized most issues with programmers is that they don't practice. They only do it the time they want, and programming cannot be done that way. So the first question I asked this individual is, how often do you practice? It made me understand that he does maybe interval of 2 weeks. If he gets tired, he just quits learning it and takes it the next month. So I made him understand you can't learn programming the way you want. You can't just say you learn it this week and maybe 2 weeks time you take it again, and I know it doesn't work that way. You need to be consistent, and the consistency shouldn't, the days interval shouldn't be much. In fact, I program every day. In 365 days, I program 365. In those 365 days, there is no single day I do not program. So I made him understand that you need to be consistent. You need to do it regularly. When you dedicate your time to it, you definitely be good at it. So right now, he's building projects on his own. He's able to implement systems. So I want you to be like this individual. Stop delaying the process of learning. Stop skipping the durations you use. Don't just pick up programming today and say for today you are done unless next 3 weeks or next 2 weeks. No, do it consistently. Practice. When you practice enough, you get better at it. And so, and I hope this video helps you. um, what we've discussed so far is some of the reasons why you suck at programming. We discuss and lack of experience, and we also discuss the processes you can follow to overcome the lack of experience, which is by practicing coding challenges, getting help from others. We also talk about imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, where you mentioned that imposter syndrome is when you don't believe in yourself. You are having the fear of being called a fraud, or you are having the fear of failing. So you need to do away with this. You have to believe yourself, and also understand that failing is part of the process. You can't be perfect from start. So understand that when you fail, you just learn from that mistake and you move on. And also, I made you understand that you need to get a mentor as a programmer. You need experienced programmer to mentor you. So seek help from them. They will guide you. I also give you some tips on how you can improve your programming, which include practicing regularly. And also I want the the programmers, those who will be watching this video, comment your experience whilst you are also learning programmer with this. The beginners and those and the intermediate programmers can learn from your experience. So feel free, share your experience in the comment section. I'll be happy to see them and also respond to them. And also make sure you subscribe to this channel, like as I'll be dropping similar videos subsequently. So with this, you get notified in the process of me uploading videos. So continue practicing. Stay blessed.